And for this wider rear tyre, the bead breaker is definitely struggling. But it's the same process as the front. Gotta lift it and raise down. I've done the other side already, but it's really hard to get off the. There we go. Oh, there it goes. Oh, just got it off. Okay. So using the two thicker tyre levers, I was able to get this between the two of them. I've left one in because I know it's going to chase me around. I think now that I've got it, it's going to turn, isn't it? I need something to hold it down. So I put a lot of torque on it. Right, take 2 or 3. There. So there's a tiny bit of scoring, but hey, nothing. I just made up a couple of little brackets and then put long deck screws through into the hold downs underneath, and that was enough to stop it camming itself out of those support struts and allowed me to make that turn. As you may expect, balancing for the rear wheel, same as for the front. Find the heavy spot from 2 directions, and it's halfway in between the blue tape marks. Alright, got the wheel over there. This is the drive side. Up, checking the direction of rotation, and the yellow dot. So this is actually the correct way to put the tyre on, because when that goes on the bike, there's the drive side, right there, it'll be spinning the right way. Always important to double check that and make sure you got it right. Pain in the ass taking the tyre off and flipping it over. Put it on, get it lubed. Shoes are lubed now. Pushing the back on as far as it would go, as this one is very, very stiff side wheels. Go. There it goes. Wasn't that easy? No. Okay, now I was able to get the thing on. Now that's supposed to stay in position while I leave it around the other side. So let's see if I can actually do that. And this one stays up. I can just work my way around. Oh. This should be the last block. something else it can do. Got that last bit in by me shoving it. Now, can I get it out? Yeah, they don't show you that, do they? Front one, that's this side. There should be one more on the back. And there it goes. Yay! 2 beads. Balancing the rear. Go the other way. I don't know, this one's coming out. Let's move it to about here, see if that's different. It's very hard to find any out of balance in this one, and it was quite out of balance just with the rim. But now I've matched the yellow spot to the heavy spot. I'm really not finding anything worth trying to correct. Nah, there's nothing to fix there. Right, so putting the bike back together, you can see I've got the axle already pushed in at a little distance. Now, there is a spacer inside there that if you're not careful, you'll knock it out. It stayed there when I pulled the axle out, but you could push it out when you put the wheel back in. Next thing we're doing is we're finessing the wheel into position. Let me pass the mud guard. So I did use a 2x4 under the wheel just to give it some space, and then lifted it onto the spline. I also found that the brake stay was up too high. I had to pull it down because it was hitting the tyre and stopping me from getting it on. Okay, so I have the axle through. I've left it short of this side obviously because I have 2 things to get in here. One is the wheel spacer, which goes on next to the bearing, and then there's the brake assembly. So I'm going to put the washer and nut on, tighten it to 80 foot-pounds. Big thick washer, nut, that's 1 1/16". I was able to separate the pads in here and get this thing on without having to dismantle those, but it's a bit of a trick. I've got the brake stay bolt back in, I have to tighten it, and then it'll be done. Okay, a couple of last things to remember. I pushed the brake pads apart, so you've got to pump the brakes to get the pads back on the disc. That includes the front. Oh, here it comes.